Welcome to the third episode of the Let's Chop It Up podcast. And you see who I got with me, a viral sensation. You see him dancing down your timeline. Man, we got my man, Groovin Gorilla in the building, man. How you feeling, man?
Feeling great.
Man, how you taking all this viral and all this famous, you everywhere. Everywhere I go, I see you dancing the thing. I see you with Snoop. I see you with everybody. How you taking this, like, this fame right now?
I mean, it's definitely life-changing. This has been an experience, just, like, to meet all these people that I, like, looked up to and that inspired me.
Yeah.
Especially coming from there, them telling me that I bring them joy. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah, it definitely bring me joy, too, you know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely could put somebody in a good mood. I see why they say that. But, like, let's talk about, like, your upbringing and stuff. I heard you grew up in Germany.
Yeah, I lived in Germany for 6 years. I was born there before my mother and my father moved to the States. So I was like, 5 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my father was just like there for just work and everything. But both my mother and my father are Nigerian.
Right. And you said your dad was in the service. That's why you was in Germany at the time?
Yeah, but it was like he was into cars too. So like he did a lot of like selling cars and stuff like that.
Like how, like explain like what Germany is like, cause like you like in school.
I was young.
Oh, so you didn't remember it?
But it was my first language. My mom did tell me that it was our first language, but I don't remember it because when we moved to the States, you know, we would go to school and we would understand English, but we're like, you know, respond back in Dutch. So all the kids would like laugh, So my mom was, you know, teaching us how to like speak English and everything, and it wasn't like it didn't stay in our head long enough to like remember it.
Right,
you know?
right. And then so when you came to the States, you moved to Boston, Massachusetts. Am I correct?
Yeah, Cambridge.
Cambridge, Massachusetts. Yeah. So how was it out there?
It was actually kind of rough because my mom and my father split. So my mom was raising my brother. Like I have three brothers, so I'm the middle child. So she was kind of raising us on her own. You know, tried really hard to give us like a great life. She worked so hard, like to give us a great life, and you know, to build some strong men.
Yeah. So like I see that you say like before you get all like you came all like in shape and all that. You said as a kid you was like a chubby kid and stuff.
Yeah. I love food. I still love food. I just know how to control it.
Right.
I was overweight, and I just like to eat. Now I would do everything to eat something.
Right. So what you was eating? What was your favorite food like?
And so there was this little restaurant called Roast Beef, and I went there so much. They had like a burger. It's like a mini cheeseburger.
And this is Massachusetts, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was $1, and they named it after me because I would always get it because they had specials for $1 cheeseburgers, and they would split the burger in half.
Yeah.
And I would get it every day after school, like 4 of them. So much that they're like, yo, you know, we're gonna have that as your signature, and I was so hyped.
What they call it?
Just mini cheeseburger, like they say the mini cheeseburger, like, and then they had like my initials.
Yeah. Oh man. So then, like, at what point you was like, "Fuck, man, I'm about to turn this shit around and get into this fitness industry."
Well, like I had to lose, like I lost weight just because a girl like ripped my soul apart when I.
These girls, they do some shit to you, man.
Yeah, she said I was too overweight, basically, but no, not even nothing though. She was just like, I'm too fat in front of the whole class.
Oh shit.
And I know that summer I was just like on a mission, and I think that's what molded my personality after that, because I'm just like, I'm gonna challenge myself. This is hard, really, really hard, but I'm gonna do it. And that's when I lost like 75 pounds that summer.
75.
Yeah.
Doing what? Cause
running. I ran around the house, you know, gasping for air. I was so out of shape, and then once I got, you know, good with that, I started running around the neighborhood, then around the city, and then people would know me from just running around the city. Like,
oh, shit.
It was crazy.
So they was like running after you, like on some Rocky Balboa type shit?
They were always just like beat the horn, like, yeah, keep going.
Yeah. So after the running, when did you like, all right, let me get in this gym and like let me start hitting these weights type shit? When did you get to that?
Like the first time I even started lifting was like the Iron Gym, and it was like, you know, those pull-up things. I did that for like a month, and people already started seeing results. So I'm like, oh shit, like, yo, your arms it's looking big. I'm like, all right. And then Planet Fitness started point for a majority of our people, and I started like getting into it and kind of like like getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and starting to like learn what works for me, and like really kind of building my physique from there.
Right.
And it didn't get serious till I moved to Arizona.
Right.
When I moved to Arizona, I was always just kind of like lifting weights, partying, and just kind of like lifting weights to eat what I want, basically.
Yeah.
But I like still like challenging myself.
Yeah.
And when I was on the stair stepper, I would go every morning, like 6 in the morning, and an hour on the highest speed, just running, and everyone just like
skinning it in.
This is so impressive. You know what I mean?
No, for real, that is. So, so when did you? Okay, it's a difference between working out, but then is it like in bodybuilding?
Oh yeah.
So when did you say I want to be a body? Like I want to because like people don't know like when you bodybuilding, you gotta like eat 6 times a day, the right amount of sleep and all that shit that come with it. When did you decide I want to be a bodybuilder type shit?
Honestly, it wasn't even in discussion.
A
coach, he came up to me one morning, and he just told me like, I always see you work so hard every morning. Like, what are you working towards? I'm like, I just to stay in shape and eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he was just like, there's an expo coming, and I'm like, what is that? He explained to me. He's like, yeah, have you ever thought about bodybuilding? And I'm like, no, not really. But when he explained it to me, I'm like, oh, all right, let me check out that expo. So I went the next day. I was like, yeah, the next day. And then I saw these people on stage posing, and I'm like, yo, I want to be on that stage.
That's some shit I want to do. That's some shit I want to do.
He was telling me how, like, what you got to do. And I'm like, yo, I love challenges. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I started my first prep, and I won that year. Like, I won my class and overall.
So you won off rip. Like, damn.
So it was difficult, though. Like, it was difficult, but I loved it. I was just like, yo, I love the way I looked and the challenge. Like, I'm going to keep going. So
somebody that's watching this and they want to be a bodybuilder, tell them like the grind it takes to get your body to look a certain way, like to stand on that stage, like the diet and all the sleep and all the supplements, like somebody that wants to be a bodybuilder.
I like, even on my clients, I would tell like mental health first. Yeah. Like you have to mentally prepare yourself for it, because it's so easy to talk and say, yeah, I'm gonna do bodybuilding, and then boom, you hop on it, and then like 4 weeks in, you're like, nah, this is too hard, I give up. Nah, you got to mentally prepare yourself. Financially as well, because bodybuilding is not cheap. It's not something like all the food you have to get, all the subs you have to get. It's very time consuming, and you have to focus on the goal. You can't get distracted by all these little distractions. So if you get distracted easily, it goes back to the mental. You have to mentally prepare yourself. Like, look, I want to win. If you have the goal of I want to win and I want to do good, you got to put your all into it.
Right.
So that's what I would say.
See, there you go. So, like, I seen a lot of your interviews and stuff, but nobody really talked about, like, these PRs you hitting. So, like, I'm going to do the 3 powerhouse workouts, and I want you to tell me your max for them. So, we're going to start. What was your max for the bench press?
So, I tore my chest. I tore my chest 2 years ago. my max, I hit, like, 545 for, like, 2 reps.
Damn.
So, that's for bench.
You getting on some heavy shit with that.
So, my squat was 630. I did it for, like, 3 reps.
Yeah.
And I don't deadlift. At all.
Oh, see, that was the next one.
I don't deadlift.
So it's bad for your back, like they say.
I just feel like if you're trying to do powerlifting, it's cool. Like, that's just like a good movement. But like when it comes to bodybuilding, there's a lot of different workouts you could do to really build yourself up that you don't really need to deadlift. So like, and it just depends on your body type. Like I said, every workout, it feels different for everyone else. You can't like say, see, if you do this way, you're gonna look like me. No. Incorrect. It's not going to happen. No. Your body is shaped differently. Your structure is shaped differently. It might work for you, but it's not going to work for the other person.
And they should say, like, if you ain't really, like, competing or on some sports shit, and you just are average Joe going to the gym doing deadlift, you shouldn't be doing it. Like, I
mean, like, because it's a power movement. It's just old school. Like, it makes you feel like you're strong. It makes you feel good. But, like, in reality, if you're really trying to shape yourself and build size and just look good, it's not necessary.
Yeah. But I want to get into something else. I see you with another dude you see him all over the internet, and they be saying it's your twin, Bandman Kevo. Talk to me about your relationship with Bandman Kevo, man.
Man, he's cool. Like, we really chopped it up. Like, we clicked like right away. Like, he's good vibes for sure.
Yeah. But like, he got to be like a good person to be around, because you see he get into it. Like, has he give you any advice, how to like? What is like? He got like mad business like going on.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Let's just say we had a night of just like straight discussion, business discussion. Like gave me the ropes on how to get things started.
And
I really took that.
Yeah, I know you. To look how he looking right now and stuff like that.
Yeah,
yeah. You can't share like some of the piece he gave you, or that's keep
like,
it discreet.
You gotta
you gotta keep it discreet.
People pay him.
Oh yeah. They get that game. Yeah. But you said you started working out. I want to go back to that. What you said. You said you started working out because a girl hurt your feelings and shit. But now that you in shape, now that you famous, so what is your day in life like now? Like I can imagine all the girls running up to you.
I mean, it's cool. Like, you know, I'm just running from state to state, you know, meeting some cool people. And, you know, my DMs are lit. You know, like people reaching out, trying to shoot their shot. But, like, I'm still on that point where I'm just like, I'm going to keep moving and keep, like, going all the way to the top. Like, I'm not going to get distracted. And I'm going to have fun in the process. But, like, I already know where the goal is. And you working towards it.
You going to do your thing and shit, but you ain't about to settle down with no. I feel that. No, I feel
like, it's going to take a female to match my energy.
Nah. No, I seen you was with Uncle Snoop. So, and then like a lot of people were like killed to be near Uncle Snoop and shit like that, especially to be in a video with him and all that.
That was the craziest experience.
Talk about that experience with Uncle Snoop, because like you live in a 1,000,001 people dream of being around him like that. You know what I'm saying? So how was Uncle Snoop?
You know, like when I went to his grand opening.
Opening from what?
His shot merch.
Okay,
yeah.
Yes.
Which it's funny because me and my publicist, we literally. I'm just going back from the beginning because this story is crazy.
Man, shit, you ain't got nothing but time, man. He said we got the studio, so whatever.
Yeah, me and my publicist, we're like, yo, we're trying to look for some food because we were gonna meet up with Kid of the Great to make a dance video with him. I was like, yo, we need to get something to eat real quick. So I searched up on my phone. I'm like, there's this Jamaican restaurant. I'm like, all right, cool. I want some jerk chicken. Let's go. So we went, you know, get our food. We're walking by, and then she points out, she's like, yo, I think this is like Snoop's shop. And I'm like, oh yeah? And then the security guard was like, yeah, you know, he's gonna do the grand opening at 10 on Monday. Monday, and we're like, wait, 10 a.m. Wait, he's gonna come to the shop? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, pull up. Yeah. I'm like, all right. Like I didn't know. We did not know. Nothing was going on. It was just like, yo, this is like this is crazy. So I'm like, all right. So that Monday, you know, she had to go, and like I didn't have anyone to go with me, and I was just like, damn, should I go all the way to Inglewood by myself? Like,
yeah, that's a decision.
Yeah, I'm like,
you know how Cali is.
I'm pretty known now, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take the leap of faith. Let's go. This is a good opportunity. I'm just gonna go show up. Hopefully, I could do a little promo video, you know, like at his shop. Yeah, you know, that's all I was expecting. So I go there, and as soon as I go there was just a bunch of people like, oh, let's go. Like, you know, and I was like in the beginning, and then like they all knew me, and they're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm just here. I just want to just do a promo video for him because, you know, he's a legend. He's cool. Right. And because he was the first person who reposted my viral videos. He did it twice on his page.
I'm gonna get into
I'm gonna get into that. So I was just like, yo, I have to go thank him. So that's, you know, I was just going there just to like thank him, like, and just do a dance video over there. So he pulls up. You know, he's over there doing the ribbon cutting and everything. And I'm in the crowd, and I'm just like, he looks at me and he goes, ah. He does that little cheesy. I was like, yo, this
I know
is
that
crazy.
made you feel good.
I was like, yo, okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
So then I didn't have anyone to like record me, and then I met my dude too, and he was just like, yo, I got you. You know, I'm gonna get you in. I'll record everything. So we're like waiting in line, and I had to go, and then we finally like get in. And, you know, we had to buy a shirt and then, like, you know, sign. And then he was just like, yo, come over here. Like, I got to meet you in person. And so, and he, you know, we had this, like, conversation. He's like, yeah, you know, you keep bringing joy to the world. Like, keep doing what you're doing. You know, like, and he's like, yeah, can you take a picture with my wife and the sister? And I'm like, this is crazy. And then I'm like, all right, cool. So we were playing music. I was just going to do a promo video. He's like, nah, I'm going to hop in it with you. I was like,
oh, shit.
This is dope. And then we're over here just like shoulder shimmying. It was so dope.
Right.
And after that, like I was just like ready, like blown away, like that experience. I'm like, this is crazy. Right. And then Dancing Dan hits me up like 3 hours later. He's like, hey, Snoop Dogg wants to like, you know, get both of us and make a music video to one of his songs.
Is that Dan Root? Dan,
yeah. Dan
okay.
Root. Dan Root. And he's like, yeah, he wants to do like a little video to one of his songs on his album that he just launched. I'm like,
oh shit, this is really happening.
Yeah. So we did that. We went to his studio. We banged that out, and I was just like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah,
it's like loss of words.
What the people back home and shit like that saying, like now they see you with Snoop Dogg and shit. I can imagine like uncles and aunts you ain't see in so long coming trying to hit your line, trying to like, oh, remember me from back?
Yeah, like congratulations.
Hell no, I don't remember you.
Like people from like people like haven't talked in years. Like, congratulations, I'm so happy for you. I love this for you. Like, I'm like, yeah, cool, thank you. And I'm still gonna I'm grateful. I'm still like, I already know, what they're trying to do, but it's okay. It is what it is. I'm still gonna be like grateful.
Right. Now that we on West Coast people, I want to get to this thing, right? I don't know if you've seen it already, but Whack 100 had said, did you have seen that?
No, I don't think I've seen it yet.
Whack 100 is like, he's like the king of Clubhouse right now. And I guess you know what Whack 100 is, right? And he said you came near him, you was doing your little dancing and shit, and he was like, man, I don't want to get away from you with that shit. You ain't see that on YouTube? Nah. You gotta check that out, man. You gotta check Whack 100. But that's what he do though. Like that's we gonna get off that subject. But what celebrity though, like you was just out and about and wherever you was at, and they was just like, yo, I know you, and it just besides Snoop Dogg, and it fucked your head up. Like, damn, this person really know me. Like what celebrity was that? What celebrity like this fucked your head up?
I mean, when I went to the Ye concert,
Kanye West.
Yeah,
okay.
I went to that. It was just a bunch of people like Kent Jones, 2 Chains. When I went to the Games party, Trey Songz.
Oh,
that was dope.
These some Ace plus celebrities naming this shit.
He was just like, he's cool though. Yeah. He was cool.
That goes to show you they really be watching though. Like they really watch like with your content and like what you got going on.
He was funny. He was just like, yo, the whole world knows you, even Obama. I was like, what?
Oh, so Obama?
I don't know. That's what he was saying. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, shit. The power of the internet. Obama probably did see you and shit. But,
yeah.
So, what got to like this dancing? Like everywhere dancing. Like even my mom, she's really not into social media, but you brought joy to her. And I was gonna bring that up. We seen it on Snoop Dogg page when you was walking back on the treadmill with your shoulders like that to the Rihanna joint. Yo, she was literally laughing at that for 2 days, and then she showed me, and that's how I got to win to you. I'm like, oh shit. When did you start dancing? Like, when did you get into this dancing?
So, man, when You Got Served, that was like I watched that movie probably like 150 times. When it first came out, I'm like inspired, and this is when I was like chubby or something. I'm like, yo. Like I gotta move like this. So I kind of just like, kind of taught myself how to dance. And then the Jerk came out, and that's when it really got serious. I'm like, I'm gonna learn how to pin drop, but I had to lose some weight. Yeah. So, when I learned how to do the pin drop, I was doing it. We had a little group, like a little, back in the day when you had like a little dance group doing the Jerk.
Oh yeah.
So then
the Jerk is actually making a comeback though right now.
I had to make a video. I made that video real quick. I'm like, let me show these youngsters what's up.
So when you be like dancing in front of all these clubs and parties and stuff, you don't be nervous with like just...
No, like, and it's crazy because my brother like back home in the East Coast, I used to like, in the clubs kind of dance on the side. He's like, go in the middle, bro, go in the middle. And he would always say this, which I would never forget. He's like, bro, you're the swollest dude here. You see anyone swole like you, moving like you? Right. I'm like, nah, but right. And then I think that kind of just like, I'm just like, you know what? I don't even care. Like, let's do this. Like, I'm not gonna please anyone, but I'm happy doing it, and I have no comfort zone anymore. And then that's when it started, like gradually, because they built it. I didn't just jump into like, oh yeah, I don't care anymore. It took time to like mentally to like, just be so comfortable with myself and confident with myself that like it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah.
So who's like your favorite dancers? Like I know like you heard the Terry Crews comparisons and all that.
Yeah, that's right.
Like what dance, like who do you like inspires you when it comes to this dancing shit? Like,
I mean, Kidda the Great, like he's cold.
What's his name?
Kidda
the Great. Never.
Kidda the Great, what? he has the best name.
Kidda the Great. I'm sorry if I ain't hear it.
He has the best name in the world. You know that video?
No, you gonna have to show me that when we get out. When we go. Oh, he was like real young.
Yeah, he's like
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Oh yeah. So he inspired you.
Yeah, for sure. He's dope. Like, and then obviously Omarion and Chris Brown and Nicole too.
Yeah.
But like, I was a fan of Kiddo for like the longest. So that's why when he like reached out to me to do a video, I was like,
Yeah.
no, the first video that went viral, he's like, nah, yo, you killed that. You cold with it. I was like, yo, he said I'm cold. I don't care what no one says.
Right. So like if you had to pick somebody to get into like a dance battle with, like who you think you could take, like Chris Brown, like a Usher, like who would you want to get into a dance battle?
I want to dance battle Chris Brown. What you mean?
I think you are biting off like a little more than you can chew on that one.
Hey, I'll definitely make him work. It ain't gonna be an easy one for him.
Right. So like, I know that you doing your thing, you viral right now, you dancing and shit, but like, where do you want this like to take you? Like, meaning like, are you gonna like open up like a dance studio? Or are you gonna like start like where do you want this to take you?
There's so much alleyways with me. Like, I feel
exactly
like so
like
much,
you very
like,
brandable. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Like with the fitness, dancing, acting, like content creating. It's just like.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna try to just do like just incorporate everything, especially with fitness, because that's one tool that everyone wants to be able to have knowledge of.
Right.
So I'm gonna like show that you could still do fitness and still have a good time doing it, because people think fitness is so hard and like boring, or it's just you have no life when you do fitness. But that's not the case. That's not the case. And I want to be the proof of it. Like, I bodybuild, but I still have fun doing it. You know what I mean? Like, if you feel good, you look good, it's dope.
Right.
So
like, you should like try to be the first person to have a dance studio and a gym in the same
yeah,
joint.
that's what I'm saying. Yo, there's so many ideas. There's so many ideas that I'm gonna monetize on.
Nah, right. So what brand, like, are you? I'm sure there's a lot of brand deals coming to you right now. Like, are you making like behind the scenes process, like getting a brand deal?
Yeah. There's some endorsement deals,
especially in fitness though, because all the pre-workouts and all
look, pre-workout ain't nobody gonna once. I'm gonna have the best pre-workout because I'm gonna advertise it myself. Right. You know what I mean? Because even before I blew up, I would I would do gym videos. I would dance in the gym. And everyone would be like, "Yo, what pre-workout are you taking to have all that energy?" You know.
And you said before you blew up, and I believe I did my homework. You said your name used to be Swole Life, right?
Yeah. You see. So
why did you transition from Swole Life to Groovin Gorilla?
Because I started dancing more on Instagram, and me and my friend were like, I need a new name. Like, Swole Life is not the move. Yeah. So we're just thinking of different names that like really like captures like the way I am and the way I look. And I'm just like, yo, I'm so massive. I have my arms are longer than my legs. It's ridiculous.
Right. Like,
my coach used to say, it looks like I'm tying my shoes when I'm running.
So what is your wingspan?
I haven't measured it in a while, but it's long. Like, I'm 5'11", but I have like a wingspan of like a 6'4".
Yeah. Oh shit.
I'll be good in boxing. Yeah. That's another thing that I should tap in.
So speaking of, you say you be good in boxing. You know, the big thing now is everybody's celebrity boxing.
Yeah, I would definitely do it.
Do you think you would get in the ring one of them Paul brothers or something?
Yeah. Yo, you see the way I move? I'm quick. Yeah. That's what people think. You know, they think that big dudes are swole, but I am not swole. I mean, slow. So,
but you know what Snoop Dogg said? He said it best. He said everybody can play basketball, football, but you can't get in that ring and play boxing. So you think you'll go in there?
I feel like I get the right trainer. I think I'll be solid.
So, what celebrity would you want to go up against? That you think that would be a fair match, and because I really want, like, because I like you, like, you bring joy, like me and my mom and shit. I don't want to see you get on your first go around getting there with like Jake Paul, because it look like he knows something. Yeah. Like,
it'll be like, I don't know. It'll be someone who, because they have to like obviously match my size too. Yeah.
It's really ain't too much people. I don't think there's nobody built like you right now. That's
I would say Terry Crews if he wasn't older.
Terry Crews probably way past that. Like, that shit.
I don't know. That's an interesting question.
Interesting question, huh? But I seen though using the Fresh and Fit podcast and stuff like that. Yeah. So how was your experience with them? Because I'm gonna get to like something serious after I actually.
It was dope. Like, like the questions were wild. It was dope, and like some of the dudes that are part of the show, they really liked my vibe. They're like, yeah, you gotta come back again. You know,
Yeah.
so like the girls on that part was like, and they weren't so like wild. So I definitely got to go on one that's like wild.
Yeah. But you know, Fresh and Fit, they was like in the like headlines for, you know, what they degrading black women and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That I'm black, you black, your pops is black, your mom black. How did that make you feel with them like degrading black women like that?
I mean, you know, everyone is entitled to their own opinion about, you know,
Right.
who they like or who they rock with. But like, I already let them know on the show. Like, I was like, yeah, you know, I love my queens.
Right.
But, like, I understand that like that show has a bad rep for that. But
Right.
you know,
That shit didn't make you feel no way, or it
no,
just.
I mean, like they, you know, a lot of people like to voice their like opinion on things, and now there's a platform to do it. So, you know, that's why it's popping.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because like I really didn't like I'm a podcast fan. Obviously, that's why I started my own. Like I really didn't like really fuck with that comment and shit. So like,
Yeah, they go hard. Like some of the questions, I'm like,
damn.
like and yeah.
So
it's
what
intense.
was one of them questions like you was there like, what the fuck is you talking about, man? Like what was one of them questions they said?
Oh, something about like.
Because it was like 3 hours long. I couldn't sit and watch 3 hours of a podcast.
It's
like,
no, I don't. Some of the questions are just like about the females. Like they go hard. Like like straight up like vulgar. Like vulgar. Some of the questions were vulgar, but it's just like. All right, and then you know, like you look at these girls' faces and they're just like smiling, but you know they're like, damn.
do they like tell them like, yo, you better act this certain way? I'm like,
no,
you would think like they be scaring them and shit for
no, all of them are like entitled to say whatever they feel. Like, you know, they would clap back if they clap back, or like one girl would say something, another girl doesn't agree, like because they all have their different opinions on when we were talking about like threesomes, and we would you allow another girl in a relationship? Like some people are like, yeah, some people are like, oh hell no. Like it was just a lot of different like opinions on it. So that's what makes it more like, damn, like, you know.
Yeah.
So
I recently seen an interview and you said you auditioned for one of these shows. Was it America's Got Talent?
yeah, I did, but I don't know what happened with that. It was weird.
Talk to me how that process even goes though, because they cut so much off on TV. Like he like walk the steps, like how that go. Because like I'm really interested, like because that show been on forever, and they just only show so little.
Like because of COVID, they were doing virtual auditions.
Oh, shit,
so it was So you know, I did it, and it was weird because they were like, oh. She hit me up like a week later and was like, oh, I told like I you know put you to the next room, but I never got a notification. I'm like that. I read the guidelines. That's not what happened. And it was just like miscommunication. So I was like, I don't know what happened because one of the people reached out to me to like, you know, audition. So I was like, oh, all right. And I was like, it would have been cool because Terry Crews is the host. So if I like got in, it would have been lit because I would have like been him in person. I've been like, now we got a battle, you know?
Right.
That would have just broken into that.
Hey, Nick Cannon not the host no more?
No, it's Terry Crews.
Damn, that's how you know. Last time I watched that.
Yeah.
But
so I don't know what happened with that. So I was like, I guess.
So they never gave you a call back.
I don't know. Yeah.
All right. So like you know how like right now you at the top of like the internet, everybody sees you, but then like also you see people that's like this, like what you got. Like they come and go, like you don't see them no more. So what are you going to do differently so like we keep seeing Groovin Gorilla and shit? Because like you bring joy and shit. Like what are you going to do to not be one of those viral sensations that everybody forgot about?
Well, definitely that's where the fitness comes into play.
Yeah,
that's something that everyone is always going to be wanting. Right. So even me monetizing with my fitness, that's going to just like keep me like talking about just because I'm going to like really go hard with that. And then I've been doing it for so long, like just like a year and a half of me just dancing and having a good time, and like energy doesn't lie. Right. So regardless of what happens, I'm gonna still keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna just be like, oh, like I'm gonna shut down and be away from everything. I'm gonna still keep smiling and keep being joyful. Right. And that's something that a lot of people don't do and like to express themselves. And I like to express myself, and I do it obviously in social media because I just don't care what no one thinks anymore. Yeah. A lot of people are so closed in because they feel like, especially men, they feel like, oh, they need to act a certain way because, like, especially black men. Right. Yeah, we have to act like this because, all cool and shit. Yeah. And, and it's just like, it's such a cliche. Like, be yourself. Be yourself at home and be yourself outside.
So we like in the time, especially like in the black community where they just, you go to a party or the club and they see you just posting up on the wall and shit. Like, how did that make you feel? Like, why ain't nobody dancing there? Why everybody trying to be too cool and shit?
It's crazy because even back back then. It used to be a vibe where every single dude would like dance and stuff, and then like as the generation kept going, people just they're too cool to dance or have a good time. So I would like look at it and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do my thing. Everyone would look at me crazy, like, yo, what is he doing? They always ask me the same question.
What's that?
Where are you from? Because they don't see things like that. So they always ask me that. I was like, yo, like it's weird. It's weird to a lot of men to see another black man, especially a swole black man, just over here just doing his thing and vibing, and it makes them feel like awkward because they don't know how to react to it. They're just like,
why do you think it's like that though? Like, do you think people just trying to be too cool or got an image to live up, or
they don't like to express themselves. They're insecure with themselves, or they just feel like they have to act a certain way because everyone else is acting that way. So it's just like I'm gonna just stand here and flex because that's the right way to do.
And what you got to say when they be calling you zesty and you got tight clothes, you wearing leggings, your jeans is tight and all that?
Yo, I work out hard. I want to show my muscle. I want to show my leg muscle. I'm gonna wear shorts.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna wear something to cover up. Like I work hard for these gains, so I'm gonna express it. I'm gonna show myself. It is what it is.
No, that's a fact. But the last question I'm gonna leave off is with this, because right now we in like where mental health is like really like a big thing and stuff. So what's your best advice to that person that may be like in a mind basement, maybe in a bedroom or on a couch right now that's really depressed? Cause you are, like people love to be around you. What's your best advice to get them to go forward so they won't think about, maybe harming themselves or doing some crazy stuff to somebody? Cause he's like I feel like you're the right person to ask about this question because you're always excited and stuff. Yeah,
so I think self-love is so important, and I feel like a lot of people that are depressed or feel like like society is against them is usually because of all other people like telling them they should be a certain way or look a certain way or attack them for being this way or they shouldn't be that way. I feel like, once you feel like the love for yourself and know that it makes you happy being whoever you want to be, that will set you free.
Right. That's real.
That will set you free. And I can't stress that enough because once I stopped caring what anyone thought, my happiness jumped from like 0 to 100.
Right.
Because it's just like I'm doing something, people are thinking it's weird, and I'm like, I'm happy that I'm doing it, so it is what it is. As long as I'm happy, that's what's important.
Because other people are living to make other people happy, and that's when you do that to live for somebody else. That's where you fuck up, and then that's where you go into depression and shit.
Yep, your identity is just like non-existence. So I said self-love is very important, and I think you practicing that mentally. It's going to take time. It might be quicker for others, but when you mentally prepare yourself and mentally tell yourself, like, this is what I love doing and it makes me happy, and not everyone's going to love it, but as long as I love it, then that's the main goal.
Right. And I believe, too, like, to help with that, number one is the gym. The gym can actually snap you out of depression and get your mental health back because, like, you look good, you feel good, you know what I'm saying? Shit, so
you focus on, like, those long-term goals, and you're just like, man, I'm loving the way I'm looking, and it makes you feel good when you just like hit the gym and you're eating right because you feel better. It keeps you younger, the youth.
Yeah, man, that's real. But Groovin Gorilla, before we get out of here, man, let them know what you got coming up and where they can find you at on social media.
I'm on all platforms, Groovin Gorilla, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all that.
Everything. You got anything coming up that we need to be on the lookout for?
I'm gonna keep traveling.
TV shows or anything like that?
There's something in store.
All right, don't spill the beans. We ain't gonna spill the beans. Y'all gonna see it when y'all see it. And once again, I appreciate you for coming through.
Yeah, for sure.
We out here, man.